The Politicrat is brought to you by the great people at Anchor. Anchor is such a great place to go if you want to get started in podcasting, and it's easy and it's free. Anchor, marvelous stuff, marvelous. And I'm so grateful to the folks at Anchor for getting me going with The Politicrat. If you want to get going and be heard on Apple, on Spotify, and everywhere podcasts can be, download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Welcome to The Politicrat. I'm Omar Moore. It is Sunday, May the 24th, 2020. Can I just say something? Technology sucks. Sometimes. Now that I've got that out of the way. Now that I've got that out of the way, it's time to talk about today's episode. Tomorrow is Memorial Day here in the United States, where we honor and remember the sacrifices of those who never came home, those who left everything on the battlefield. Memorial Day is a special and important day in the calendar. And with the coronavirus destroying many lives around the world, the day takes on special meaning and takes on a very somber tone. The New York Times today has done something unprecedented in its history and has its entire front page covered in names. No photographs, just print and names. Names of some of the nearly 100,000 people who have died from this virus, the coronavirus, here in the United States. They have actually printed roughly 1,000 names of people who have passed away from this horrible virus. For today's episode, what I'm going to do is read out all of the names on the front page of today's New York Times of those in this country who passed away from the coronavirus. Next. Patricia Dowd, 57, San Jose, California. Marion Kruger, 85, Kirkland, Washington. Jermaine Farrow, 77, Lee County, Florida. Cornelius Lawyer, 84, Bellevue, Washington. Loretta Mendoza Dionisio, 68, Los Angeles. Jordan Driver Haynes, 27, Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Patricia Friesen, 61, Chicago. Luis Juarez, 54, Romeoville, Illinois. Merle Dry, 55, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Alan Lund, 81, Washington. Black and Mild, 44, New Orleans. Michael Mika, 73, Chicago. John Cofrancesco, 52, New Jersey. Donald Raymond Hawes, 88, Jacksonville, Florida. Fred Walter Gray, 75, Benton County, Washington. Joanne Stokes Smith, 87, Charleston, South Carolina. Ronald W. Lewis, 68, New Orleans. John Sebastian Laird Hammond, 59, Washington, D.C. Carl Redd, 62, Chicago. Larry Rathgeb, 90, West Bloomfield Hills, Michigan. Alvin Elton, 56, Chicago. Arnold Obey, 73, San Juan, Puerto Rico. Donald Horsfall, 72, Rydal, Pennsylvania. Kevin Charles Patz, 64, Seattle. Mike Longo, 83, New York City. Walter Robb, 91, New York. Dave Edwards, 48, New York City. Des Ann Romaine, 36, New York City. Lanika Barsdale, 47, Detroit. Carol Brookings, 76, Palm Beach, Florida. George Freeman Winfield, 72, Shelburne, Vermont. Harold Upjohn, 91, Burlingame, California. Terrence McNally, 81, Sarasota, Florida. Teresa Elioe, 63, New Orleans. Sterling Maddox Jr., 78, Arlington, Virginia. Alan Finder, 72, Ridgewood, New Jersey. Floyd Cardoz, 59, Montclair, New Jersey. Caius Kelly, 48, New York City. Romy Cohn, 91, New York City. Kenneth Going, 87, Grafton, Wisconsin. Frederick Carl Harris, 70, Massachusetts. Irving Herman, 94, Indianapolis. Ricardo Castaneda, 64, New York City. Mark Blum, 69, New York City. Robert Earl Schaefer, 87, Seattle. John C. West Jr., 71, Camden, South Carolina. Gerald Anthony Morales, 91, Louisiana. Landon Spradlin, 66, Concord, North Carolina. Maria Linda Villanueva, son, 61, Newport News, Virginia. Susan Rokas, 73, Virginia. Freddie Rodriguez, Sr., 89, Denver. Christine McLaurin, 86, Chicago. Peggy Rakestraw, 72, Madison, Illinois. Wanda Bailey, 63, Crete, Illinois. Rocco Patrick Ursino, 90, Bellevue, Washington. Sandy Pratt, 92, Bellevue, Washington. Leroy Perryman, Jr., 74, Hazel Crest, Illinois. Mary Virginia McKeon, 65, Chicago. Roger Laney, 93, Fargo, North Dakota. Michael Sorkin, 71, New York City. George Valentine, 66, Washington, D.C. Susan McPherson Gottsagen, 74, Palm Beach, Florida. Andreas Koutsudakis, 59, New York City. Bob Barnum, 64, St. Petersburg, Florida. Noel Sinkiat, 64, Olney, Maryland. Thomas Anglin, 85, Cumming, Georgia. Robert Manley Argo, Jr., 75, South Bay, California. Michael McKinnell, 84, Beverly, Massachusetts. Huguette Dorsey, 94, Somerville, New Jersey. Lynn Sierra, 68, Roselle, Illinois. Luvinia Henderson, 44, Tonawanda, New York. Carol Sue Rubin, 69, West Bloomfield, Michigan. Marion Lucille Kujda, 92, Royal Oak, Michigan. Alice Chavdarian, 92, Michigan. Bassie Ophion, 25, Michigan. Bobby Joseph Hebert, 81, Cutoff, Louisiana. Minute Goff Cooper, 79, Louisiana. Jessica Beatrice Cortez, 32, Los Angeles. Marie Coronia, 84, Inwood, New York. April Dunn, 33, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Cedric Dixon, 48, New York City. William Helmreich, 74, Great Neck, New York. Harvey Bayard, 88, New York. Maxwell Moselle, 90, Syracuse, New York. Elmer J. David, 90, Faribault, Minnesota. Timothy Lizuski, 60, Columbia, South Carolina. Easton Stewart Jr., 71, Annapolis, Maryland. Frida Okran, 51, New York City. Douglas Hickok, 57, Pennsylvania. Thomas Reel, 61, Newtown, Pennsylvania. Julian Anguiano Maya, 51, Chicago. Sandra Piotrowski, 77, Tinley Park, Illinois. Robert Rust, 88, Greensburg, Indiana. Melvin Pumphrey, 80, Chicago Heights, Illinois. Angel Escamilla, 67, Naperville, Illinois. Marguerite Horgas, 86, Sweetgrass, Montana. Joseph Micajah Thomas II, 88, New York City. Beryl Bernay, 94, New York City. John Joseph Reed Jr., 74, Edmonds, Washington. Sidney Siegel, 92, Woodbury, New York. Robert Weintraub, 96, New York. Joe Diffie, 61, Nashville. Herman Boehm, 86, Florida. Horace Saunders, 96, Mount Airy, Maryland. Gary Holmberg, 77, Mount Airy, Maryland. Chad Capule, 50, Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. Robert Goff, 77, Utah. Philip Thomas, 48, Chicago. Alan Merrill, 69, New York City. Peter Sakis, 67, Northbrook, Illinois. Joseph Yagi, 65, Indiana. Mary Roman, 84, Norwalk, Connecticut. Lorena Borjas, 59, New York City. James T. Goodrich, 73, New York City. Janice Purcell, 60, Teaneck, New Jersey. John Claude Henrion, 72, Atlantis, Florida. Joseph Darren Jr., 75, Turners Falls, Massachusetts. Gerald Cassidy, 66, Peachtree Corners, Georgia. David Reisig, 82, Vermont. Angelo Piro, 87, New York City. Sandra Lee de Blacourt, 61, Maryland. Jose Vasquez, 51, Chicago. Alberto Castro, 86, Melrose Park, Illinois. Jerry Manley, 58, Prince Frederick, Maryland. Wallace Roney, 59, Paterson, New Jersey. Christina, 64, New York City. Robert Westfall, Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. Claire Dunlap, 89, Washington. Mary Lou Almer, 43, Sonoma Valley, California. Regina Cullen, 81, Shrewsbury, Massachusetts. Sandra Santos Vizcaíno, 54, New York City. Frank Gabrin, 60, New York City. Sterling Matthews, 60, Midlothian, Virginia. Albie Cass, 89, California. Robert Eckhart, 78, Indiana. Martin Douglas, 71, New York City. Daniel Spector, 68, Memphis. Mary Minervini, 91, Oaklawn, Illinois. Solomon Podgorski, 84, New Jersey. Dale Thurman, 65, Lexington, Kentucky. Ellis Marsalis, 85, New Orleans. Richard Passman, 94, Silver Spring, Maryland. David Driscoll, 88, Hyattsville, Maryland. Bucky Pizzarelli, 94, Saddle River, New Jersey. Tarlac Mac Nealais, 57, New York City. Antonio Checo, 67, New York City. Albert Petroselli, 73, New York City. Adam Schlesinger, 52, Poughkeepsie, New York. Frederick Brown Starr, 87, Greensboro, North Carolina. Douglas Allen Roberts, 69, Vancouver, Washington. Muriel Going, 92, Cedarburg, Wisconsin. Beverly Collins, 83, Portland, Maine. Scott Melter, 60, Wyoming, Minnesota. Florencio Almazo Moran, 65, New York City. Jennifer Robin Arnold, 67, New York City. Jesus Roman Melendez, 49, New York. Ralph Plaisance, 87, Massapequa, New York. Audrey Malone, 68, Chicago. Terrence George Driscoll, 87, Plymouth, Michigan. Lucius Hall, 87, Chicago. Ronnie Estes, 73, Stevensville, Maryland. Anita Fial, 87, New York City. Patricia Bosworth, 86, New York City. Azad Kilich, 69, New York. John Broadley, 84, Scituate, Massachusetts. Julia May Alexander, 81, Upland, California. Bruce Sawalski, 68, Sand Lake, New York. Samuel Kramer, 91, Potomac, Maryland. Sean Boynes, 46, Annapolis, Maryland. Norma Hoser, 101, Wilmette, Illinois. Harold Hayes, 96, Fort Wright, Kentucky. Glenn Daniel Belito, 62, New York. Robert Lee Amos, 66, Columbus, Indiana. Judith Plotkin Goldberg, 88, Massachusetts. Kobe Adolph, 44, Chicago. Stephen Huber, 64, Jefferson City, Missouri. Don Juan, 67, Indiana. Albert Webster, 82, New York City. Kevin Masterson, 74, New York City. Randy Addison, 64, Carrollton, Georgia. Ronald Willenkamp, 75, Wisconsin. Lloyd Paul Leftwich, 91, Louisiana. Helen Molina, 85, Washington. Ronald Burdett Culp, 84, Redding, California. Norman Walker Jr., 80, China Township, Michigan. Peter Bainham, 82, Bethesda, Maryland. Helen Kafkis, 91, Chicago. John Bilogyon, 72, Dennisport, Massachusetts. Vera Daru Karnawal La, 77, Hoffman Estates, Illinois. Chester Dwulet, 68, Burlington, Massachusetts. John Timothy Barr, 76, Rochester Hills, Michigan. Julie Butler, 62, New York City. Lila A. Fenwick, 87, New York City. Vincent Leonti, 60, New York City. Anne Youngerman Smoller, 87, New York City. Thomas Waters, 56, New York City. Luke Workoff, 33, Huntington, New York. Jose Diaz Ayala, 38, Palm Beach, Florida. Antonio Nieves, 73, Chicago. Jean Hammond Burns, 97, Danbury, Connecticut. Alice Coopersmith First, 87, Kentfield, California. Bobby Lee Barber, 84, Buckley, Washington. Thomas Adamovich, 78, Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Kira Schwartz, 33, New York. Rhoda Hatch, 73, Chicago. Regina Dix Parsons, 75, Schenectady, New York. Lakeisha Willis White, 45, Orlando, Florida. Barbara Yazbek Vitaki, 74, St. Clair Shores, Michigan. June Beverly Hill, 85, Sacramento. Kimberly Nguyen, 33, Everett, Massachusetts. Kamal Ahmed, 69, New York City. Raymond Copeland, 46, New York City. Israel Sows, 22, Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Lester Eber, 82, New York. Harry Misfos, 87, San Francisco Bay Area, California. Leo Shribney, 98, Seattle. Robert Bargan, 88, New York City. Patricia Thatcher, 79, Clifton Park, New York. Howard Alexander Nelson Jr., 84, New Orleans. Alan Joseph Dixon Jr., 67, New Jersey. John Casano, 70, Palos Park, Illinois. Eugene Lamar Limbrick, 41, Colorado Springs. Jim Wolfe Sr., 72, South Holland, Illinois. Robert LeBlanc, 87, Cambridge, Massachusetts. Antoinette Marie Lutz, 91, Chester, Connecticut. Vincent Franey, 89, Redlands, California. Andrew Kowalczyk, 63, Coral Gables, Florida. Yana Prince, 43, Gretna, Louisiana. Joseph Miglucci, 81, White Plains, New York. Ruben Gutoff, 92, New York City. Gerard Rosenberg, 85, New York City. Marty Durer, 56, New Jersey. Harold Reisner, 78, Pittsburgh. Clark Osage Nicky, 56, Stillwater, Minnesota. Kevin John Cahill, 83, New York City. Janissa Dela Cruz, 31, Haverstraw, New York. Clifford J. Williams, 81, Shagitoke, New York. Robert Crahan, 87, Wanakee, Wisconsin. Elizabeth Batista, 57, Waterbury, Connecticut. Timothy Branscombe, 32, Chicago. Paul Warwick, 87, Vineland, New Jersey. Marion Alston, 46, Chicago. Haley Herrera, 25, New York City. James Walsh, 78, New Jersey. Liudas Karolis Michalonis, 86, Berkeley, Michigan. Jean Zahas, 78, Oakland, California. Eugene James Zayas, 78, Oakland, California. William Greaky, 55, Massachusetts. Beatrice Rubin, 96, New Jersey. Jack Butler, 78, Indiana. Susan Gray Hop Crowfoot, 97, Westwood, New Jersey. James David Gerwitzman, 72, New City, New York. Henry Graff, 98, Greenwich, Connecticut. Mary Jo Davito, 82, Thornton, Illinois. Yakov Perlo, 89, New York City. Joseph Kelly, 81, New York City. John Prine, 73, Nashville. Perry Buchalter, 63, Florida. Monica Maley, 74, Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Thomas Tarbell Russell, 83, Longmeadow, Massachusetts. Ruth Skapinock, 85, Roseville, California. Farrellyn Javier, 92, Minnesota. Torrin Jamal Howard, 26, Waterbury, Connecticut. James O'Brien Johnson, 74, Joplin, Missouri. Joseph Hammond, 64, Chicago. Morris Loeb, 90, Northbrook, Illinois. Dante Dennis Flagelo, 62, Rome, Georgia. Tommy Adams, 71, Chicago. Myra Helen Robinson, 57, Detroit. Roger McKinney Wagner, 73, Lowell, Massachusetts. Sean Christian Kevill, 47, New Providence, New Jersey. John Herman Clomax Jr., 62, Newark, New Jersey. Jose Torres, 73, New York City. Stuart Cohen, 73, New York City. John Rocco, 83, New Jersey. Johnny Veasley, 76, Country Club Hills, Illinois. Mary DeSole, 93, Poughkeepsie, New York. Vera Flint, 97, Beverly, Massachusetts. Mike Field, 59, Valley Stream, New York. Keontae Jackson Harpool, 51, Baltimore. Conrad Dunker, 99, Chicago. Peter Kafkis, 91, Chicago. Clara Louise Bennett, 91, Albany, Georgia. Ilona Murai Kerman, 96, New York. Mauricio Valdivia, 52, Chicago. Robert Dougal, 58, Oak Park, Illinois. Sharon Lynn Vogel, 74, Aurora, Colorado. Robert Charles Bazell, 88, Novi, Michigan. Claudia Obermiller, 73, Nebraska. Reggie Begala, 54, Lockport, Louisiana. Richard Joseph Lenehan, Jr., 55, Pearl River, New York. Dayrold Artiaga, 66, Central Valley, New York. Estelle Kestenbaum, 91, Leonia, New Jersey. Artemis Nazarian, 88, Englewood Cliffs, New Jersey. Miles Coker, 69, New York City. Richard Alexander Ross, Jr., 66, Boynton Beach, Florida. Helen Bowles Days, 96, Wynwood, Pennsylvania. Marcus Edward Cooper, Jr., 83, Louisiana. Nelson Perdomo, 44, Middlesex County, New Jersey. Rosemarie Amorosi, 87, New York City. Timothy Gray, 66, Orleans, Indiana. Tommy Brown, 82, Gary, Indiana. Doris Brown, 79, Merrillville, Indiana. Marie Scanlon Walker, 99, Louisiana. Francis Pilot, 81, Wall, New Jersey. George First, Jr., 99, New Jersey. John Ahrens, 96, Newton, Massachusetts. Parker Knoll, 68, Indiana. Carrie Ann Kennedy Tompkins, 48, Garrison, New York. Rose Marie Franzese, 70, Nevada. Bernard David Sackler, 95, Newton, Massachusetts. Samuel Hallgrass Jr., 84, New York City. Michael Lee Jordan, 69, McLeansville, North Carolina. Merrick Dowson, 67, San Francisco Bay Area, California. Wesley Richard Farbach II, 69, Fremont, Ohio. Holly Acker, 79, Troopsburg, New York. Arlola Rawls, 81, Chicago. Roger Liddell, 65, Flint, Michigan. Luther Coleman, 108, Evergreen Park, Illinois. Denise Camille Buchek, 72, Bristol, Connecticut. Charles Constantino, 86, Menlo Park, New Jersey. Ben Doherty, 83, Boston. John Horton Conway, 82, New Brunswick, New Jersey. Stanley Chera, 77, New York City. Robbie Brown, 72, New York City. Wynn Handman, 97, New York City. Adam Kovacs, 72, New York City. Peter Brown, 53, New Jersey. Irene Gazior, 94, Pennsylvania. Stanley Morse, 88, Stark County, Ohio. Margaret Laughlin, 91, Massachusetts. Cynthia Whiting, 66, La Plata, Maryland. Steve Jalton, 75, Rockville, Maryland. Gerald Glenn, 66, Richmond, Virginia. McClear Jacoby Jr., 93, Washington, D.C. Doris May Burkhart Kale, 98, Pennsylvania. Josephine Poznansky, 98, New Jersey. Albert Stokes Sr., 75, Chicago. Phil Langley, 83, Frankfort, Illinois. Vinton Timely Mason, 86, Beaumont, Michigan. Maria Garcia Rodelo, 52, Nevada. Fernando Mitef, 60, New York City. John Watson, 73, Philadelphia. Joyce Posson Winston, 93, North Bergen, New Jersey. John Lynch, 76, Wilmington, Massachusetts. Orlando Moncada, 56, Bronxville, New York. John Schoffstall, 41, Terre Haute, Indiana. Theodore Gaffney, 92, Washington, D.C. Alan Patanka, 68, Berlin, Connecticut. Harold Davis, Jr., 63, Chicago. Jagdish Agarwal, 93, Concord, Massachusetts. Michael Giangrande, Sr., 78, Belmore, New York. Timothy Ross, 68, Michigan. Sherelle Stokes, 54, Chicago. Larry Jones, 61, Chicago. Shirley DeStefan, 90, Florham Park, New Jersey. Billy Ross, 53, Milwaukee. Helen Sylvia, 96, Brockton, Massachusetts. Davis Begay, 48, Kudai, New Mexico. Rose Mary Infantino, 88, Rybrook, New York. Anne Sullivan, 91, Woodland Hills, California. Norman Gulimarian, 92, New Providence, New Jersey. Kenneth Jewell, 78, Mountain Lakes, New Jersey. Jerzy Glauczewski, 97, New York City. Joan Heaney, 77, Upper Brookville, New York. Delia Regina DiTullio, 91, Jamaica Plain, Massachusetts. Jeannie Stone Rusnak, 84, Endicott, New York. Anita Robinson, 94, Minnesota. William Roulette III, 93, Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. Antoinette Meyer, 95. Crownsville, Maryland. Michael Rotniak, Jr., 92. Glen Cove, New York. Marvin Thomas, 81. Sun Lakes, Arizona. Edmund Carmichael, 79. Detroit. Linda Nute, 61. Hazel Crest, Illinois. Layla Reed, 95. Country Club Hills, Illinois. Joan Cecile Berngen, 69. Burbank, Illinois. Gwendolyn Carmichael, 72. Detroit. James Lowell Miller, Jr., 64. Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Dolores Vale, 89. Torrington, Connecticut. Frank Hudson, Jr., 87. Ingalls, Indiana. William Brett Tracy, 61. Snellville, Georgia. Ellen Spencer, 70. Newburgh, New York. And Tom Ferguson. May each of the people whose names I have read out over the past hour or so rest in peace. And may their memories be a blessing. That is every name on the front page of today's New York Times. All of those names are names of the people, just 1,000 or so of them, of the 100,000 who have died thus far from coronavirus here in the United States of America. Immeasurable loss, immeasurable pain. I want to thank the New York Times for doing this, for making sure that people do not forget, for making sure that people know that behind these numbers there are actual human beings who lived, who breathed, who connected to the world and to people around them, to families who will never see them again. And I thank the New York Times for putting people, everyday people, front and center, literally on their cover today, Sunday, May the 24th, 2020. Thank you to everybody at the New York Times who compiled all of these biographies. I didn't even read to you everything that each of these individuals did, felt, contributed, inspired. So many more have lost their lives beyond what I've just read out to you over the past hour. And what I read out to you represented just 1% of the people who have died from COVID-19 here in the United States of America. We have now lost almost twice as many people in America as we lost American military personnel in the Vietnam War. We have lost 1/6 of the number of people who were killed during the American Civil War. As we go through this Memorial Day weekend, let us always remember the people whose names I just read out to you. And finally, I strongly recommend that you do buy today's New York Times. Buy that newspaper today. Certainly there's an online edition of it, and I urge you to read those names. Quite frankly, I think you should read them out loud. I really do. We need to honor and respect these individuals who we've lost. We have to have a connection to them. My deepest condolences to the families of those they will never see again. Thank you for listening to this edition of The Politicrat. I'm Omar Moore.